Welcome back to the channel, my loves. Okay, before we get into the intro, there are multiple things that I have to tell you about. The first is a really good tip that I feel like we don't really talk about, and that's toenail polish. I think that having a really good pedicure is something that personally takes my self confidence and my XES appeal to the next level. For me, increasing and growing and expanding my XES appeal is less about doing something to get men or other people to find me attractive, and it's more about doing things that make me feel more attractive, that make me feel more confident, that make me feel more radiant. And when I have a really nice pedicure and I really like the way that my toenails look, I feel more attractive. And when I feel more attractive, I feel more open. And I feel it's like an energetic openness. And when you feel more open, you feel more receptive, people can sense that. And so more people will connect with you just in random conversation, but also flirting, asking you out on dates, so on and so forth. So, when it comes to toenail polish, I like to keep it really simple. Yes, I did do my new nails. I'll tell you more about that in a second. But when it comes down to toenail polish, I like to keep it very simple, and I like to do it based on the seasons. So, white and black are like the main ones, okay? These are the basic bad bitch rules for toenail polish. And like anything, rules are made to be broken, but it's kind of like the English language. You should understand what the rules are and why the rules are what the rules are, and then you can break them. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, so these are the rules. These aren't the rules that anybody else has told me. Well, I mean, kind of, let's not talk about the history of the rules. These are the rules. In fall time and winter time, that's when you wear black toenail polish. It's cold outside. No further explanation needed. You wear black toenail polish when it's fall time or winter time. Cold, black. When it's springtime or summertime, you wear black toenail polish. I mean, white toenail polish. I'm sorry, I had 3 drinks of eggnog liquor before this. I'm doing the best I can with what I got. You wear all white. So, entire toenail white. Now, sometimes you might do a French tip, which is just when you have the top of your nail, like the tip, a color, and you can do a white French tip any time of the year, 365. It's kind of scandalous to do a white French tip in the fall time. I personally, no, I feel like you can do a white French tip anytime. You can do a white French tip anytime, but it's especially powerful and like potent and like acceptable in the spring and summer. But you can do a white French tip anytime. And the same with the black French tip. You can do a French tip any time of the year. You could do a black French tip in the springtime. You could do a black French tip in the summertime. French tips year round, 365. What else? Like a neutral color, like a pink. My nails right now are a light, like kind of sheer pink moment. You can do a pink like that on your toes anytime year round. I don't typically do that. I'll do a pink if I'm doing like a French tip of white or black and I want the pink to be a base. When you're doing your French tip, sometimes different shops and different things like that do their French tips a little bit differently. Sometimes they will do a brown base, like a brown, neutral brown underneath the French tip. I always like a pink base underneath the French tip, especially if it's a black French tip. So those are my tips for nails, for like toenail colors, and especially like if you're gonna do colors, like bright colors, like neon colors, like if you were gonna do like a bright yellow neon toenail color, that would be a spring color. That would be a summer color, right? Colder colors you're going to do during colder seasons. Warmer colors you're going to do during warmer seasons. Black is more cold, so you do black toenail polish when it's cold. White is more warm and fresh, and we're outside. So you do those in the spring and the summer. Does that make sense? So that's just my kind of like basics, because I feel like sometimes we can get so overwhelmed. There's so many different options. There's so many different colors and things like that. And if you were getting back into or starting for the first time, tapping into your XES appeal, it's kind of nice to have certain staples, certain things that you know you can do every single time that will never fail you. I've never been failed by a black toenail color. I've never been failed by a white toenail color. It just seems a little bit out of place during the winter time. I just wouldn't do it. But yeah, those are kind of the rules. Tell me in the comment section down below, is that something that you do? Is that something that you believe in? Do you limit your toenail polish to the seasons? It's not like I feel like I'm going to get in trouble if I like don't follow these rules or whatever. It just feels like appropriate. And then, of course, at the end of the day, you're a bad bitch. You can do whatever you like, whenever you like. But I don't know. I like to keep my toenail polish very simple. I like to keep my toenail polish very simple. Speaking of toenail polish, I did a matte black toenail for the first time. Oh my God, they're so cute. And I got some new shoes for Christmas. I have 2 pairs of new shoes so far for Christmas. And I can't wear them because they're for Christmas. So when I put on my pedicure, when I finished my pedicure, I went to go try on my new shoes, even though I can't wear them, but just to see. And that's another bad bitch tip. When you are buying new shoes or you're trying on new outfits and things like that, or if you're like going shopping, or if you ordered clothes in the mail and you're trying them on, do not make a decision about whether or not to keep an item or return it or whatever until you have brushed your hair and like put lotion on your feet, basically. Because I can't tell you how many times I've put on a shoe and I'm like, this is ugly, this is not working, this just does not look good. But really, it's because my foot is an ashy mess. So of course you don't think that that looks good. So when I first got my shoes, I needed a pedicure. I didn't have anything on my toes. My cuticles needed to just be managed. It was fine. I put on the shoe. The shoes looked good. I'm like, okay, I'm liking this. I'm seeing the vision. Once I did my pedicure and then I put on the shoe, too good. Let's get the bill. And so I put on the shoes and I was like, oh my God, this is the best thing in the world. And I'm like thinking about all of these different outfits that I'm going to wear with it. I have a dress next summer. I'm going to be in Ibiza and I'm so excited. And so I have these shoes. They're like these like Guess shoes. They're like mules with like this little kitten heel, and they've got like the little G like monograms on them. And they're like this like navy blue color. It looks really good with the matte black. But then when I put the shoe on, I was like, oh my God, imagine this shoe with a navy blue French tip that's matte. It's too good. It's too good. And I have this blue dress that's currently in my closet. It has to get tailored so that it can fit. But it's this like backless dress. It looks absolutely amazing. It just doesn't fit me up top. It just needs to be, it's like a halter top situation. Anyway. The point is, I'm so excited. That's actually everything that I was planning on telling you. And the intro, me talking, is less than 10 minutes, which was my goal and my desire. 2 tips on being a bad bitch. Have your go-to nail polish. Even if you're like, I don't want black, I don't want white, get a color that works for you. Years ago, I had a friend, she was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do your nails. We should do this pink color. It was like a fuchsia pink. I'm like, I don't like this. She's like, yeah, no, you should definitely like try this. It's gonna look so good. And then she like put it on and it was absolutely terrible. It was freaking ugly. It was freaking hideous. That was just not my color. That was just not my shade. So if you're getting into the XCS appeal through your own like pedicure and like toenail color and stuff like that, I love black, I love white because they're neutral. You know what I'm saying? There are different shades and tones when you start getting into colors. There's a blue, a deep navy blue color will look absolutely wonderful and excellent on my skin tone. A lighter color, like a light blue, like a baby blue might be cute, but it might wash me out and it might make my feet and toes look ashy. You know what I'm saying? So when you're getting into it, if you're not knowing what colors are right for you and that really go with your skin tone, it can feel overwhelming. So I love a neutral. I love a white. I love a black. Alternate through the seasons, and it's just amazing and wonderful and simple. And then as you get better at identifying what colors work best for your skin tone, then you can decide, okay, this is what I'm going to do. For me, I look really, really good in a navy blue. So now I have to get a navy blue polish to go with my shoes and to go with my dress. And it's going to be so beautiful and so elegant. And I'm so excited. And then the other thing I was going to tell you was I'm getting my passport for Christmas. Did I already tell you that I was doing that? And I'm going to Ibiza in the summertime, and I'm so excited. And I was talking to my homegirl, who I'm going to be traveling with, and she was just like, we can also go to Greece. I've never been to Greece, and it would just be so amazing to experience that while we're both single, because we're both preparing, well, I'm manifesting marriage, she's preparing to manifest marriage, and so it's just like, you know, we just need to go out, we need to have a little fucking Rumspringa, basically, which is a whole other thing. Anyway, so I'm so excited. Also, I'm taking pole dancing lessons. Incredibly excited about that. Somebody come get her. She's dancing like a stripper. That's going to be me. That's going to be me. Also, I have learned about myself this week that I do possess Megan Thee Stallion knees, which it's been amazing. Challenging my body, it's been absolutely amazing and mind-blowing. I'm having a really great time. I'm feeling so excited. I want to go out. I want to dance. I want to have good drinks. I want to listen to good music. I want to see amazing beaches. Yeah, and I'm really excited. And those are all of my updates. So with all of that good stuff being said, did this help you? Tell me, do you like the tips? I like giving the tips at the beginning of the video. So tell me if you liked it. Tell me if you enjoyed it. If you enjoy these face-to-face interactions that we're having in the comment section down below. And let's get into it with the introduction. All right, my loves, welcome back to the holiday Hubliwadi. I'm challenging myself in this video and the rest of the videos for the month of December to say Hubliwadi as many times as I possibly can, because it is one of my favorite phrases of all time. Anywho, in today's video, we are tapping into messages from Spirit on how to increase your XES appeal. I am so excited to get into today's messages. Go ahead and choose the picture or pictures that stand out the most to you. Timestamps are already in the description box down below, so I will see you at your reading, at your pile. Okay.
Yeah, she bad. Yeah, I fuck with her persona. Picture perfect, her name Lisa, fuck the Mona. Bitches wanna be her, so they out here trying to clone her. Yeah, all these bitches bad, but they ain't got nothing on her. Damn, she bad. Yeah, she thick. Picture perfect, they gon' have to wife her quick.
Hello, my gorgeous pile number one. If you chose the first picture, welcome to your reading where we are tapping into how to increase your XES appeal. You are now tuned into the holiday hoobly weddy, and this week's theme is Merry Thickness. Oh my God, I'm obsessed, you guys. I'm obsessed. Hi, there's my face. Okay, we're getting into the thing. I have things that I should have taken care of before, but that's fine. Okay, we're going to start with some astrology die. And we're receiving messages from Spirit. Hold on, I have to get my desk together. Okay. We're receiving messages from Spirit about how to increase your XES appeal. All right, for everybody who chose pile number one, my lovely ladies who chose pile number one. Okay, immediately pause that. Because what I'm getting for you, I'm hearing the song Freakum Dress by, I'm hearing the song Freakum Dress by Beyonce. So you might want to go listen to that song, but you might want to go walking to that song. So you chose the picture with the treadmill. You might like to go on hot girl walks. If you've never gone on a hot girl walk, you might want to go on a hot girl walk. I really don't know what the hell a hot girl walk is, but that's the phrase that's coming to my mind. And I'm going to explain to you what I mean, because there's a couple different messages that are coming through so powerfully. Number one, when I was a young girl, literally, I was in elementary school, there was this series, a book series, and it was called the Click series. And it felt very scandalous for me to read the Click series because on the book it says like ages 14 and up, but I was like 9. So it was very, very scandalous, very insane. I was not supposed to be reading that. Like, I felt so devious checking that out of my elementary school library. Okay. So there's the Click series, and all of like the girls are like obsessed with this series, right? And in this series, which basically it's a book about a girl, her name is Claire. I don't know how I remember that. It's the main character, her name is Claire, and she's like basically poor, is how I remember it. And then there's these other groups of there's this girl group, there's a girlfriend group, right? A group of girls, and they're all friends, and there's like 4 of them, right? And so it's kind of like Mean Girls, the movie, where Claire moves in and now she's going to this school with all of these girls who are really wealthy, and they wear designer clothes to school, and Claire doesn't have that. And so she is navigating life and understanding what it means to be a member of the Click, right? So the Click series, okay? So in the books, this like basically there was like an HBIC, right? Little head bitch in charge. And she would like tell all of the girls to do to do shit, right? And so one of the things that they did was when they were in school and they were walking down the hallway, they would have the beat of a song in their mind and they would walk in sync to the beat of a particular fucking song. And I read that at 8 years old and it altered my brain chemistry. I said, wait a second, Lisa Harrison, you're onto something. I took that and I ran with it. I carry that with me to this day. Now, of course, I always have headphones on and I'm always listening to music, but That's your message, how to increase your XES appeal when you are out and about and you're walking around. If you don't have headphones, why not? Why not have a pair of headphones, and why not be listening to music that gets you pumped up? Hold on, my freaking calming music keeps stopping, and I don't understand what the is going on. Give me a second. Because what? Okay, we're good. So, creating a playlist of songs or getting a couple songs. Freak 'em Dressed by Beyonce is a great example. Something that has a really nice beat and tempo that you can walk along to the sound of. If you go to a gym, you might want to do that on the treadmill. I don't get on the treadmill at the gym often, because if I want to do walking, then I'll just walk to the gym or from the gym, whatever. But when I am walking on the treadmill at the gym, that's what I'm doing. I have songs that I'm playing that make me feel pumped up, songs that are very sexy. Let's see. I'm going to look at my Spotify right now and see a couple of songs that might help you. I love the song Holly Berry by Hurricane Chris. That one's really good. I love the song Thick by Deannie Dior. That one's really good. I love the song, let's see. What songs? I'm literally just scrolling through the list of my liked songs, and I just took my, I like the song Donk by Soulja Boy. That's a good one. Fuego by the Cheetah Girls. That's a good one. For me, I usually just put my playlist on shuffle, and then I'm just like, ooh, this is the song that I feel like walking to right now. Let's see. I love the song Getting Some by Shauna. That's a really good one. Let's see. Like two more and then we're going to be done. Let's see. Songs that make you feel sexy. Ego by Beyonce is a good one, because they don't all have to be fast paced. Also, the album Renaissance by Beyonce, that's a good one. Beyonce's Homecoming album, that's a good one. Beyonce's self-titled album, the album titled Beyonce, that's a good one. Okay, I feel like we're satisfied with that. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so getting a couple of songs and curating a playlist of songs that make you feel sexy, that make you feel empowered, that make you feel excited. Music that when you listen to it, you just want to move your body, and deliberately walking to the beat of that music. And then also when I am walking, whether I'm taking a walk around my neighborhood, or I'm walking on the treadmill at the gym, or I'm walking to and from the gym, sometimes I will walk and I will like visualize at the same time. So it'll be like I'm walking down the street, but I'm not actually walking down the street. I am walking on a runway, or I'm not actually walking down the street. I am walking on a red carpet, or I'm not actually taking laps around the park. I am walking through some sort of event. And if I'm manifesting certain things like clothes or a certain pair of heels or something like that, then I'll be walking physically, but I'm visualizing myself and I'm seeing myself as if I am walking in those high heels, and I'm tapping into the energy, and the questions that you would be asking yourself, like beforehand maybe, or even during, is kind of like, how do you want to feel? How do you want to look? How do you want to come across? Like, what is the energy that you want to exude? And then you imagine the version of yourself that exudes that energy. Imagine the version of yourself that is walking through life, that is walking through the world, that is walking through these events, or that is walking down the street. And as she's walking, people are stopping to look at her. As she's walking, people are following her. They can't help but I don't mean following her like stalking her. I just mean like following her with their eyes, right? They just can't help but look at her because she is magnetic, because she is radiant. You can imagine and visualize a radiant energy that is emanating from your body and from your physical vessel. You know, like energetically, can you imagine energy that is radiating from you, love that is radiating from you, XES that is radiating from you, that is oozing from your pores? And as you are walking, you are shifting energy, and you're also like moving energy, and you're also like cementing energy. So this is a really powerful exercise for manifesting your desires into the physical reality. If you're manifesting your next level of success, and at your next level of success, you wear a different kind of clothing, right? You're living a different kind of lifestyle. And so you're able to afford a different kind of clothing, and you're able to go to different events, and you're being invited to different events. Like, that's the energy that you are tapping into. And as you're visualizing and you're walking, you are embodying that energy, and you will notice, you will feel it. There's a difference in the way that you walk, right? There's a difference between just walking like, oh, I just got to get from point A to point B, versus sauntering across the room, versus your catwalk. You know what I'm saying? So basically, the message that's coming through from Spirit is to practice. Practice your walk, and practice your energy, and practice deliberately tapping into that. And so listening to music that makes you feel really good is really helpful for that. Freakum Dress by Beyonce is a song that's really good and really helpful for that. And so there's songs that are more high paced and upbeat, but then there's other songs like Ego by Beyonce, which isn't a super fast paced song, but it's slow and it's sexy and it's sensual. So you don't always have to be going super duper high paced. You can kind of play around with that. When it comes to your astro die, we got Mercury in the fifth house in Gemini, Mercury in Gemini in the fifth house. And so this is a lot of playful energy. The fifth house is associated with Leo, and Leo characteristics, it's play, it's XES. And that Gemini energy is curious and loves to learn and try new things. You might want to, listen to different genres of music, discover new music, or listen to music that really makes you feel playful. Listen to music that makes you want to dance. When you are enjoying the music and it's like bringing you into a certain like feeling and a certain experience, and it's bringing you into a certain zone, and you are just focusing on the sound and how it makes you feel, and you're moving your body, you will become more magnetic. The other day, a couple of weeks ago, this was after the first mini mastermind. This was like after day one, so it would have been that Saturday. I ended up going on a walk around my neighborhood because I wasn't going to make it to the gym that day, but I wanted to walk and I wanted to get some movement in. So I walked to a local park and I was going to do some laps, and I was on like the intersection waiting to cross the street, and the song that was playing was Hood Gon' Love It, right? You ain't gotta like it cause the hood gon' love it. Watch a young nigga show her ass out in public, hey, right? So I'm listening to that song and I'm feeling so freaking good, and that's not really a song about XES, but I was feeling so good and I was feeling so confident. And when I'm feeling good and when I'm feeling confident and when I'm feeling really accomplished in my career, I'm very sexy, because for me, astrologically, I have Venus in the 6th house and I have a Capricorn moon. So when I am my most successful, when I am shining my most, I am my most attractive. Amen. And I feel like that will resonate with you as well, regardless of whether or not you have those placements. Pile number 1. Hold on. Okay. I just had to make sure that our timing was okay. Okay, I kind of had to take a long pause, so I forgot exactly where I was, but we'll just pick up where I remember. I was on the like intersection, getting ready to enter into a local park to just walk some laps, and I was listening to the song and I was dancing on the corner. Not, I just said in a recent pick a card reading, like, I can be controlled through music. Like, if the music sounds so good and the energy is so strong, I have to move my body. And so I'm just having this like moment and I just feel so free, and I'm just like, I fucking love this song. Like, this is my shit right now. I love this song so bad. So I'm like just dancing on the corner of the street, and this black man was driving by, and he honked at me while he was driving by, right? So the reason why I share this story is because as you practice this, that will happen. Men honking at me while they're driving past me, men staring at me, men like watching me as they're like moving past me. These are all normal experiences that happen to me frequently. They're not rare at all. So just understand, as you practice this and as you exude and as you open up, you will receive a significant increase in male attention, right? This is that Mercury in Gemini 5th house energy. This is tapping into you being more playful and you being expressive. The 5th house is how we express ourselves. Mercury is communication. So you communicating through your physical body, your body language, that you are sexy and you are confident and you are open and you are receptive to attention. Just because you're receptive to attention doesn't mean that you're vulnerable. So this is the last message that's coming through here. I listen to a mixture of different sounds. So I listen to pop music and R&B and like things that are like super like high, like upbeat and sexy. But I also listen to a lot of like rap music and things that that help me tap into confidence, not just in my career, not just in money, but also like the energy of protecting myself. This isn't a song that I walk to frequently, but the song that's coming to my mind is called Down for My NIGGAs, and it's a really good example of a rap song that basically they're just saying like, fuck those other people because I'm down for my people. I ride for my people. I die for my people. It's an energy of like protection and like loyalty and like strength. And so if I was tapping into that energy while I'm walking, then I would also be embodying the energy of feeling protected and feeling safe and feeling, taken care of. And so you can do this with any kind of music. What energy are you wanting to exude? What energy are you wanting to tap into? Because it's one thing to be a beautiful woman in the world, but there's a little part of you that's afraid of being a beautiful woman in the world because that extra attention might lead to being violated or your boundaries crossed. And so me, of course, I'm a Mars ruled woman. I'm a Scorpio rising. Yes, I tap into things that make me feel sexy, but I also tap into music and energy that makes me feel strong and powerful and protected and safe and able to protect and defend myself. So mix it up and do multiple and listen to the music that helps you get into the right mood and get into the right energy. This practice isn't just about increasing your XCS appeal. It's also about learning how to deliberately tap into the energy of your desire through movement and working out. Okay, pile number one, that was really, really good. That was some amazing, solid advice. If this resonated with you, comment down below. I'm walking in authority. That's a gospel song, and it's a really good affirmation. I'm walking in authority. You are deciding that you are the sexy woman. You are deciding that you are the powerful woman. You are deciding that you are the protected woman, the woman who is able to defend herself, the woman who is safe. I am an incredibly beautiful woman. I've never had an experience of walking out and about in the street of a man being disrespectful to me or unsafe with me. And one of the reasons why that is because I very deliberately tap into the energy of protecting myself and being safe and feeling strong. Okay, so that's all that I got for you, pile number one. I hope it resonated. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And also, why not? We should tap into today's featured exclusive explicit pick a card reading. If you want to tap into what are men's assumptions about you in bed, you can click the link in the description box down below and get instant access to all three piles. And if you wanted to, you could set the intention to get the reading and receive messages on what men will assume about you after you begin embodying this practice of going on your hot girl walks and embodying the energy of your choosing. I love you so much, pile number one. Thank you for being here. Did I already say like, share, comment, and subscribe? It doesn't matter. Do it twice. Why not? I love you lots, and I'll talk to you in the next video.
Yeah, she bad. Yeah, I fuck with her persona. Picture perfect, her name Lisa, fuck the Mona. Bitches wanna be her, so they out here trying to clone her. Yeah, all these bitches bad, but they ain't got nothing on her. Damn, she bad. Yeah, she thick. Picture perfect, they gon' have to wife her quick.
Hello, pile number two. For those of you who chose the second image or pile number two, welcome to your reading. Today we're tapping into how to increase your XES appeal. I want to start with some astrology die, but immediately based on the picture that you chose, one of the first messages that I'm receiving is around magic, practicing magic. Okay, I'm hearing candle workings and also like baths. Okay, ritual baths. You want to find and work with different herbs. Okay, you want to find and work with herbs that are connected to Venusian energy. Okay, hibiscus is a great one that comes to mind. I can't share too much because I really don't want to share my secrets. A magician never reveals her tricks. And if you're someone who practices magic, then you also understand that. But what I will say is this: do your research and look up, like go on Pinterest or go on Google and look up Venusian herbs magic. Venus herb magic, magic herbs for beauty, magic herbs for self-love, and you'll find some stuff. Hibiscus is lovely. I love working with hibiscus. I also love working with patchouli. Those are some pretty good herbs to get started. You can throw some hibiscus and patchouli onto a candle for Venusian energy. You can throw some hibiscus and patchouli into a scrub, a salt scrub, to embody that energy. You can create an oil and infuse it with the intentions of enhancing your own personal beauty. And really, glamour magic and beauty magic, and what I call it is Venusian magic, is just just about uncovering the beauty that's already there. It's like when people talk about using makeup, ideally or allegedly or in general, your makeup is supposed to enhance the features that are already on your face. It's not supposed to change or alter. It's supposed to enhance the features that you already have. And so as you're doing this Venusian magic, however it feels for you, and let me just give you a 2.5 here for a second. Hold on. The 2.5 is that I'm always, when it comes to magic and it comes to candles and it comes to different things like that, I'm never going to just spoon feed you that information because number one, I practice hoodoo and that's a close practice. And number two, you have to be the leader of your mind. And a part of being the leader of your mind is having your own sense of like authority and power. I don't want the women of my community or the women of the world to be the kind of people who just listen to and follow whatever somebody else says just because they did it. I don't want you to only work with patchouli and hibiscus because that's what I said. When really, you might do really well with candula. That's something that's coming to my mind right now. I can't even think of the name. Candula. I don't work with it, but I know it's something. There's an herb, it's like kind of like yellow, kind of reminds me of like daisies, candula. I don't know what it's called. There's also another herb. My homegirl was telling me about it. Damien. So it sounds something like Damien. I don't even know, right? So the point is that the herbs that work for me in my beauty rituals and my Venusian magic might not be the herbs that work the best for you. So I don't need you to copy me. I need you to get tuned in, tapped, and turned on to your higher self and your intuition, right? It's just like with makeup. Your foundation shade and my foundation shade might not be the same. The foundation that works best for me might not be the foundation that works best for you. You might want to have a dewy finish in your makeup look, and I love a matte finish. You know what I'm saying? So instead of just following exactly what I do, I want you to have that agency and have that internal leadership to go and seek out those answers and play around with this energy to find the herbs that work for you. The herbs that I use most consistently in my Venusian magic and glamour magic and all of these things, they work incredibly well. I look amazing. And it's because I know what works for me. I've tweaked it and I've played with it and I've played with different herbs and I can feel the energy of different herbs and I connect with my intuition and I feel drawn to certain herbs. And so these are skills that you want to develop, especially as you get stronger on your journey of doing magic and magical workings. You're going to have certain times and certain moments where things come up for you and you need to be able to say, this is the herb that I need for this right now. Like, for example, I had some stuff that was going on with my sacral chakra and my period, and the flow was just off for a million reasons that we cannot get into right now, but they enrage me a little bit, but I'm forgiving and I'm releasing. So my sacral energy had been thrown off by some external factors, and my periods were kind of like weird. My flow was weird. I was having that experience where like my hormones were all over the place and like you kind of are like kind of starting your period, but not really starting your period. And like maybe my period's really long and like all of this other stuff. And what I really needed was to do a candle working. I did a candle working with an orange candle, and the herbs that I used and everything, that was something that I made up on the spot because I knew that there were certain herbs that could bring me an energy of peace and harmony and different things like that. So as you are going along your journey and you're getting stronger, You want to have an intimate understanding of what herbs do and what you're going to use each herb for. If you go out and you get patchouli and you get hibiscus and you throw it in a bath and then you just soak in it and you get out and you look in the mirror and you're like, why don't I feel more beautiful? It's going to be a frustrating process for you because it's not just about using patchouli. It's not just about using hibiscus. It's about the intentions that you're setting with the herbs that you're using. For example, patchouli can be used to attract more money and abundance. Patchouli can also be used for love. Patchouli would be something that I would consider kind of like a sweetener herb. Patchouli is beautiful and it has a wonderful fragrance. And so in a magical working, if I'm wanting to bring more harmony and peace and I'm wanting to tap into that Venusian energy of just being pleasant to be around. If I was doing a working for my career and my job, I might throw some patchouli on that because it's going to help me tap into that Venusian energy in my work where people just want to be around me. People just want to connect with me and I really get paid to exist because my energy just feels so good to be around. And so when I'm doing that working and I'm grabbing that patchouli, that's the intention that I'm setting. When I'm doing my magical workings, I am communicating to the herbs what I need from them because herbs that you're using in your magical workings, they're going to have different purposes for different things. Okay? So you want to do that research. You want to get clear on what each herb is going to do for you and the energy and how you're wanting that herb to support you while you're doing whatever you're doing, okay? So I can see candles, I can see oils, I can also see baths, okay? Like a spiritual bath, whether you're scrubbing yourself down with a spiritual bath or you're doing a spiritual bath where you're soaking in that or a mixture of both, right? So there's a lot of different messages that are coming through. You're all going to do something different, a combination of all of those things. So again, you've got to follow your intuition and you'll get better at it as you go along. And another thing they're saying, I mean, I guess you wouldn't be listening to this if you don't practice magic, but pile number 2, your pile is literally, if you're not interested in practicing magic, like this is not for you. This is straight up how to increase your XCS appeal. You're going to be doing magical workings. So when it comes to your magical workings, as you get better and as you get more tapped into your intuition and as you connect deeper with your ancestors, the strongest magic that you can do on planet Earth is the magic that comes from your ancestral and family line. Not the magic that looks really cool and really pretty online. Not the magic that is aesthetically pleasing. Not the magic that you saw on Pinterest. You might be able to grab something Celtic. You might be able to grab something that appears to be hoodoo. You might be able to grab something that is connected to folk magic. You might be able to grab something and practice something that's from a different culture. And you might be able to get a little bit of a good result. But when you're connecting with your own ancestry and you're connecting with your own family and you're connecting with your own lineage, you're connecting with the power of your own blood, you're connecting with the history of your own people, there's a significant increase in the power there. So I want you to do research on the herbs and the rituals and the experiences of your own family line and your own family history and your own cultural history. And so what they were also saying is as you continue to do this and you do this research and you have your list of, your different herbs and different things like that, everything is not Googleable, okay? Magic is 8th house. Magic is scorpionic. Magic is 12th house. Magic is Piscean. Magic could even be Cancerian. Okay, it could be 4th house energy. It's water sign energy. It's feminine energy. And it's an intuitive energy. And so these energies, 8th house energy, Scorpio energy, 12th house energy, Pisces energy, 4th house energy, Cancer energy, these are secretive energies. These are hidden energies. These are internal energies. And what I mean by that is everything is not on Google. Everything should not be on Google. There's a reason why I don't talk about my own practice and I don't give tips on how to practice what I practice on the internet. Because everybody does not need to see what you do or how you do it. Magic is powerful when it is protected and it is sacred and it is secret. And so there's a certain power in gatekeeping and protecting yourself. I describe it as kind of being armed. If you were going to break into a house, you would want to know what kind of protection they have in that house. And so if I know exactly where you keep XYZ different thing to protect yourself, then I can plan to overcome XYZ different thing and undermine XYZ different thing. And now you're vulnerable to attack. Now you're vulnerable to being robbed. You understanding what I'm saying? So in your magic, ancestrally, there's this, I want to say like a universal understanding that there are certain things that are not talked about and there are certain things that are not discussed because the entire fucking world does not need to know exactly what you do and how you do it, right? People don't need to study your practices and utilize that knowledge to undermine you and all of that stuff. And so now we're not just talking about your, hold on, I have to check the freaking time. I'm losing it. Okay, we got like 5 minutes left. We're almost done. So, okay. The reason why I'm saying all of this is because as you continue to progress and as you continue to practice magic and you continue to get better, you might have a moment where you're doing a working for something and one of your ancestors or one of your spirit guides tells you to use XYZ herb to do XYZ thing. And if you're like, wait a second, but I looked it up on Google and Google didn't tell me that I could use this herb for this purpose. It's like, yeah, who gives a fuck about Google? Google doesn't have all of the answers. Google is not supposed to have all of the answers. Google and the ChatGPTs and all of that, that is not the source of your power. Your ancestral lineage is the source of your power. So as you get better and you grow and expand and you become more advanced, you're going to receive messages and inspirations and different things that are very private to you, right? It's like that viral TikTok meme where it's like, this is not how you're supposed to do it, but this is how I do it, right? So as you're practicing your magic, you're going to start making it your own. There might be certain herbs that are used for, that are used negatively to like harm others. Let's say, for example, you have hot sauce, okay? Sometimes if you're going to use like a hot sauce, you probably would use hot sauce to do something negative or harmful, right? So you might be working on a magical ritual or something like that to increase your XCS appeal, and your ancestors tell you, you need to put some hot sauce on that. And you're like, wait a second, that doesn't make sense. Because if I put hot sauce, then aren't I adding negativity to this and blah, 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 blah? But no, it's not true. You are adding spice and you're adding a hot energy. And if you wanted to tap into that energy of being like too hot to touch, you know what I mean? Spicy mommy, hot tamale, you might want to put hot sauce in your magical working. That's just a random example, right? So there's different things that you're going to use. Don't let somebody else tell you how to practice your magic. It is your magic. And so I can't tell you exactly what ritual to do. You have to do your own research. And the last thing I'm going to say before we get out of here is it's important that you do the work to actually research. Do the work to research. Do the work to read books. Do the work yourself. Do the work yourself. And this is the reason why. With magic, there's kind of a certain, well, everything is an exchange of energy, right? You're going to receive from your magical working what you've put into it. So I'm going to give you an example. I love to create a salt scrub to cleanse, clear, cut my energy, all energy sent to me directly or indirectly. I'm a psychic reader. There's energy and spirits and all of that stuff being called in and out of my house all the time. No big deal. And I just need to cleanse and clear and cut all of that energy and all of those cords. Salt is one of my favorite things in the world to use to do that, to clear my energy. So I will create a salt scrub that has salt and herbs and some sort of carrier oil of my choosing. And so when I'm creating my salt scrubs and I'm setting that intention and I'm mixing it with my hands and I'm singing or I'm praying or I'm talking and I'm commanding and I'm doing all of these things, once I'm done with that scrub and I go to get in the shower and I'm using it and I'm cleansing my body and I'm cleansing my energy, when I get out of the shower, I feel, oh my God, so amazing and so good. But when I'm just throwing together a really quick little salt scrub and I'm just throwing a couple ingredients in there and I'm stirring it up and I get in the shower, it doesn't energetically feel the same. It doesn't feel like that same effect. So I've noticed there's a significant difference when I'm just throwing things together, just going through the motions. If I have a moment where I don't have time to really pour energy into creating a salt scrub, that's fine. And I still feel like I need that, then what I will do is I will create a salt scrub, and then when I'm in the shower and I'm utilizing the scrub, then I will be singing and utilizing my energy and my voice to then set my intentions and infuse more power and infuse more energy into it in that way. And that has a significant impact. So the point with magic is you're going to get out of it what you put into it. When I'm doing a candle magic and when I'm doing a working and I'm sitting with it and I'm talking with my candles and I'm singing to my candles and I'm pouring life into my candles and energy and I'm utilizing my tuning forks and I'm utilizing my music and I'm utilizing my sound, that is powerful. Okay. And this is not just around, beauty magic and Venusian magic. This is also around protection magic, right? When I am doing a couple of days ago, I don't know, time doesn't exist. I had to do a fiery wall of protection spell around myself and around my home. And that fucking candle just kept going out. That candle would not stay lit. And I'm a Mars world woman. I'm a Scorpio rising. I have Mars and Scorpio in my first house. I also have an Aries stellium. So every single time the candle went out, it made me even more pissed off. It made me even more enraged. It made me even more upset. And so now, every single time the candle goes out, I'm putting even more energy and even more effort and even more upset, because the devil works hard, but a bitch like me works harder. And so I'm putting all of this energy and all of this anger and all of this upset and all of this intention. And every single time I go to light it again, oops, sorry, I hit the mic. Every single time I go to light it again, I'm putting more herbs, I'm putting more energy, I'm putting more intention, because what the is going on? I don't know who you think I am. I don't know what you think this is, but this shit is going to move, right? And what I say is, I work magic. Magic doesn't work me. So there's an energy of domination there. There's an energy of control there. There's an energy of empowerment there. There's an energy of commitment there. And so after I did my fiery wall of protection, within a couple of days, pause, take it back to the beginning of the story. The reason why I did the fiery wall of protection is because there were 2 flies inside of my house, 2 supernatural flies. It was a whole thing. So I did the fiery wall of protection ritual in response to the flies, which represented a greater energetic difficulty. Well, actually multiple difficulties, but let's not talk about that because it's over now. So that experience happened. After I lit the candle, there were 2 dead flies outside on my doorstep, which is where the fiery wall of protection ended up finishing. And so that is one way that I can see, and it can be very clearly communicated to me, the work that you did worked, the problem is handled, the threat is neutralized, right? So that, I guess, is the last message that we have for you, pile number 2. As you're doing your working, pour energy into it. Don't just light the candle and then go. Light the candle and feed into it and pour energy into it and sit with it and sing to it and sing to yourself and visualize and listen to your playlist and take your shower and dance around and do all of the things and talk to your spirits and talk to your ancestors and all of that energy. You're going to infuse that into the working that you're doing. And that's going to amplify it. With magic, you're going to get from it what you pour into it. So utilize this as your self-love ritual. Pour that love into yourself. Pour that XES appeal into yourself. Sing to your candles. Put on music that makes you feel sexy. I'm hearing the song Naughty Girl by Beyonce in my head. So maybe put on that song by Beyonce and sing that. Or a song that you really like. A song that makes you feel sexy. A song that makes you feel hot. A song that makes you feel open. A song that makes you feel alluring. If you don't have a song like that, think of a woman or an artist who has that kind of energy and kind of go through their catalog and tap into their energy. So find a song that embodies the energy that you want to experience and then try singing that to your candle as you're tapping into that energy and you're visualizing and you're moving your body. So really get into it and you're going to get amazing results. Okay. Comment down below if this resonated with you and it helped you. Give me like a candle emoji if you're going to try this. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if you want to share some different tips or even some herbs that you like to use that we can also look into more for ourselves. Then I would love that in the comment section down below. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. And if you want to tap into today's featured extended, oh my God, what's going on? Please don't piss me off. Okay, hold on. Thank you. Okay, if you want to tap into today's extended reading, it's on today's featured explicit reading. Oh my God, is on men's assumptions about you in bed. And if you want, you can get the reading and choose a pile with the intention of what will men's assumptions about you in bed be after you've been doing and practicing this magic, after that glamour work and that Venusian work begins to take effect. How will they be perceiving you, and what will they be assuming about you in bed that you like to do, that you enjoy, that you want, that you need, that you desire. This explicit reading was really, really good. I think that you'll enjoy it, and you can click the description box down below to get instant access to all 3 piles. I love you so, so much. Thank you for being here. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe on your way over to the extended, and I will see you again in the next video.
Yeah, she bad. Yeah, I fuck with her persona. Picture perfect, her name Lisa, fuck the Mona. Bitches wanna be her, so they out here tryna clone her. Yeah, all these bitches bad, but they ain't got nothing on her. Damn, she bad. Yeah, she thick. Picture perfect, they gon' have to wife her quick.
Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. For those of you who chose the 3rd pile or these fabulous, I believe these are Giuseppe heels. Comment down below if you're a fashion girly and you know. I literally was looking for them. Spirit put them on my mind and I didn't even have to search them. They just appeared on Pinterest because I was thinking about the episode of XCS and the City where Samantha puts on these shoes. They're literally basically the same. I think the colors might be different, but they're these Giuseppe fish skeleton heels, and then she's like surprising this guy that she's dating, and she's like ordering him like dinner or something, and it's like sushi, and so she is, you know, not dressed and she doesn't have on anything except for these Giuseppe heels, and she is like covering her entire body in sushi, and she's like waiting for him to get back to his apartment. So tapping into that energy right off the bat, there are messages that I'm receiving about that, and it feels like increasing your XCS appeal for you, pile number 3, is about practicing. At the beginning of the video, I was talking about I have Megan Thee Stallion knees, which I never really thought of. I had an experience, and this might resonate with you, where I used to like see stuff or see women being sexy, and I just kind of was like, I can't do that. Like, it wasn't like I was like looking at them and I was like, oh, I'm like, I wish I could do that. It was just kind of like, I was looking at them and I was like, oh, so amazing. I love it. I can't do that. I can't move my body like that. And then, you know, I just kind of like would move on. And it was one of those things where I didn't really try. But after being back in a dance class for nearly a year now and preparing to get into pole dancing classes and like high heel classes and like floor work classes, I have been tapping into expressing myself more in a sexy way. And with that comes practicing different dance moves, practicing doing different things. And that's what I'm feeling for you. It's kind of like you have this idea, this like desire of an experience that you want to have, even just like in your next relationship or going out to the club. And it's like in your room, they're singing that song from, that is not 50 Cent, that is Nelly. Checking your reflection and telling your best friend, like, girl, I think my butt getting big. It's getting hot in here. So take off all your clothes. I am getting so hot. I want to take my clothes off. Okay. Having those moments where, hold on. Hi, it's Nat in post-production here. This is me realizing that I recorded your entire reading and it was muted, so I had to redo it.
Has this been?
Anyway, enjoy. And if the video starts lagging, just ignore that. Okay, love you, bye. Oh my god. Sick. Sick, 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 sick. Sick. That was muted the entire time. Okay, I'm going to have to edit this rundown of everything that I said. We rolled your astrology die and we got the South Node in Libra in the 5th house, which is an energy that is focused on Oh, give me a second. I am so freaking disappointed. I'm so irritated and pissed off. I just talked for like 20 minutes in this video and your reading was so good. It's fine. It will also be good again. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, I'm here. I'm present. I'm present. I'm okay. Everything is okay. Everything is okay. Oh my God, I want to scream. It's fine. So, where am I? Okay. South Node in Libra in the 5th house. Our South Node is our comfort zone. Our South Node is our childhood. Our South Node is our past. With South Node in Libra in the 5th house, Libra is Venusian. Libra is ruled by the planet of Venus. And Libra is we. Libra wants partnership. Libra wants love and connection with other people. And so Libra really cares about how they are perceived. Libra really cares about how they are seen because they want partnership. And if people don't like you, if people don't think that you're pretty, if people don't think that you're attractive, they're not going to want to be connected with you. They're not going to want to be your friend. They're not going to want to be in a relationship with you, right? And so the energy that I was getting for you was you grew up in an environment or you had some experience in your past where there was a lot of comparing yourself to what was popular and what was like celebrated. And there was basically this storyline that said you're not good enough, you're not beautiful enough, you're not gorgeous enough because you don't look like the beauty standard. Okay, so it feels like you became more insecure. Your journey to increasing your XES appeal is about stepping into your self-confidence and overcoming these insecurities that developed because you were basically growing up in an environment where your body type and or your features were not considered to be in alignment with the beauty standard, right? So this is like you're growing up, you're looking at a magazine and it's like sexiest woman alive. And the sexiest woman alive has a body type that looks completely different than your body type. It looks like the opposite of your body type. And so you're like, wow, if her body looks like that and she's the sexiest woman alive, I don't look like that at all. I must not be sexy, right? It's those kinds of experiences. Seeing things online, or seeing things in magazines, seeing things in movies, seeing things in adult films, right? That are not realistic and that are manufactured, that are heavily edited, that are, created by people who don't hold the perspective that your features are beautiful, right? When you're consuming content that falls into those categories, of course, you're going to start to question yourself. You're going to start to question whether or not you're beautiful. You're going to start to question whether or not you're good enough. So one thing that you can start doing to overcome these insecurities is go through your social media and look at the people that you're following and look at the influencers that you're following. And maybe you want to find some influencers who look like you. That was such a huge thing for me, building up my confidence, finding and following fashionable fat women, finding and following fashionable black fat women who look in a way that I aspire to look, or who have certain styles or certain confidence and different things like that, that I would also like to embody in my own way. Deliberately go out of your way, pile number 3, to seek out media, whether it is movies or YouTubers, influencers, and different things like that, who look like you or who have characteristics and qualities like you. One of the things that helped me to become more confident in my body was literally hanging out with and being around women who had similar features to mine and feeling like they were beautiful and realizing, wait, if I think that they're beautiful, then I'm also beautiful. I remember when I was in high school, I had a friend. She was my best friend for a couple of years, and she's an Aries rising. So she's also a Mars ruled woman. I'm a Scorpio rising. Scorpio is ruled by Mars. Aries is also ruled by Mars, right? Scorpio is traditionally ruled by Mars. Anyway, so Scorpio women, Aries women, Mars ruled women tend to have very broad, strong shoulders. Now, I can't say that my shoulders were a point of insecurity for me, but maybe I had some stuff around my broad back. I don't know. I was insecure about every little fucking thing when I was in high school. But I remember I had this moment where I saw my friend, she's an Aries rising, and she is absolutely beautiful, right? I don't particularly care for her personality today. We're not friends. I don't want to be friends, but she's absolutely a beautiful person. She's an incredibly beautiful woman. And so she was someone who I really looked up to and someone who I really admired. And at some point one day, I just noticed that she had these like really kind of like strong, powerful, kind of broad shoulders. Even though she's a smaller woman, Aries women, Mars women really typically are on the shorter side. But she had these like kind of like wide, strong, broad shoulders, and they are very incredibly beautiful. And I was taking a picture outside in my backyard, and I noticed my shoulders, and I thought to myself, wow, my shoulders kind of look like my particular friend's shoulders. And I'm like, wow, she's literally one of the most beautiful girls I've ever seen. My shoulders kind of look like her shoulders. And then I started to like my broad, beautiful shoulders, because of that similarity. And that's the message. That's the energy. You want to surround yourself with women and people who look like you and who you think are beautiful, who also have confidence. Because when you see them, it's like, oh, wow, like they are beautiful and they are attractive. And oh my God, you guys, I'm literally, I'm literally freaking out. I looked at my thing and I'm like, am I recording or not? And I am recording. I am recording. Okay. I already had one fucking mishap with this shit. It's fine. It's okay. Keep going. So that's a really good tip, is to find people who look like you, who you consider to be beautiful and amazing, because it also helps you to feel beautiful and wonderful. It just makes sense that you're not going to feel gorgeous and amazing and all of these things if you're around people who are screaming that this thing, which is the complete opposite of what you are, is so hot and is the greatest thing alive and is so sexy, right? Over the years, as I've deliberately followed fat women, plus size women, and content creators and influencers, I am not someone who has really, like recently, like this year with like the rise of certain smashisms and, right wing crazy shit, I haven't really been as heavily impacted by the whole skinny apocalypse and Ozempic and all of these other things and the obsession once again with getting skinnier and losing weight, because those were never the conversations that I was in. Those were not the rooms that I was in. Those were not the people that I was ever following. And so the videos that I'm seeing are of fat women who are like, I love myself in the middle of a skinny apocalypse. This is a big, beautiful, wonderful, amazing woman who loves herself and all of that stuff. And so that's the kind of content that I see. That's the kind of content that I consume. And my perception of what is beautiful has really been impacted by that. I can look at photographs of incredibly beautiful women and I can be like, I love her stomach so much. One of the reasons why I love my pooch and my like kangaroo pouch stomach, fupa, well, whatever you want to call it, is because I saw that in pictures and I'm like, I think that that's so beautiful and I think that that's really, really attractive. And then I see it on myself and I'm like, oh my God, like I have this thing. I also have this thing that's very attractive and very beautiful. So seek out people who look like you. and also are attractive and confident in themselves. And when you hang out more with those people, you will also feel beautiful. Also, connecting with people and friends. I don't know if you have like social like networks or different things like that. Like you hang out with people who are like, I really want to be skinny. I really hate myself. I really want to have sweets, but I hate blah blah blah. Like you don't have to participate in those conversations, and maybe you want to hang out with people who love themselves, people who like themselves, people who have a healthy relationship with food. I personally am not someone who entertains conversations about crash diets. If I am in a group of people or someone is talking to me about weight loss and different things like that, I don't really entertain that whole thing. The other day I was at the gym and everybody was talking about like weight loss and dieting, and one woman, my friend, she's like, I'm done with Ozempic. I want to do things naturally and all this other stuff. And another woman was like, portion control, like that's what changed my life. And they're like, do I want to do the carnivore diet and blah blah blah. And as this conversation is being had, I was just silent. And it's okay. It's okay to not have something to say. It's okay to not have something to contribute because I'm not going to. My diet is I eat the food that I want to eat. I deliberately make choices and decisions that give my body the nutrients that it needs. As I have been on a weight loss journey, but like a body transformation journey, and like challenging myself to become stronger and increase my physical stamina and like strength and like body health journey, that has looked like increasing protein and increasing fiber and increasing vegetables and just eating more balanced meals and literally just focusing on nutrition. As I focused more on nutrition and moving my body in ways that I enjoyed and that challenged me in ways that felt good multiple times a week, I naturally have been losing weight and my body is steadily progressing and changing and shifting. And there's a lot of people on weight loss journeys that are struggling and up and down and yo-yoing and all of these other things. I don't have those issues. I don't have those struggles. My weight loss has been very gradual and very consistent. I have never been stuck at a particular number because I don't get on the scale and I don't weigh myself. I don't have a goal weight. I have a goal look, and that's just that on that. I'm not going to do a carnivore diet. I'm not going to do keto. I'm not going to do anything where I cannot have the things that I want and love and enjoy, because I love food and I love pleasure and I love myself and I love being alive. And also fat phobia is rooted in white supremacy. And do I look like someone who should ever be consciously or unconsciously perpetuating white supremacist delusion? No, I don't. So why would I participate in fat phobia? I wouldn't, right? So it's like rooted in that, and also the actions and choices that I make are rooted in self-love. A lot of the conversations about dieting and I have to lose weight and I have to be skinny, it's not rooted in self-love. It's rooted in that Libran self node. I have to look like this or else I'm not worthy of love. And so when you look like you're starting to lose weight or you step on the scale and you don't have the number that you want, sorry for hitting the mic, you start freaking the fuck out. Because no, I'm gaining weight. No, I'm not moving towards my goals. That means I'm moving in the opposite direction. That means I'm moving towards being unworthy of love. That means I'm moving towards rejection. That means I'm moving towards being ugly. Now your nervous system is activated, right? And so now that problem is snowballing versus being the woman who understands that she's unconditionally worthy of love. Being the woman who deliberately expects to manifest her dream body. Excuse me, I burped. Not her dream body that is rooted in outside Western beauty standards or cultural or societal beauty standards, but her dream body, which is rooted in her soul's self-expression. With that north node in Aries energy, which is the opposite of the south node in Libra energy, right? That's, you're moving towards your north node. It doesn't have to be your north node. This is just the energy of the reading. With that north node in Aries energy, this is about you figuring out what is your best body. What is your dream body shape? What is your dream body type? What do you want to look like? Not what should you look like, but what looks the most like you. There are some people, I don't know if this is a fucking controversial opinion, there are some people who look better fat. I am one of those people. I am a Pisces. My sign rules over body fat. I'm not saying every Pisces has to be fat or blah, 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 blah. I'm saying I look wonderful and amazing and fabulous when I have meat on my bones. This is a big body Benz. What can I say? Everyone does not look good skinny. You know those people who lose a whole bunch of weight and then their head looks humongous compared to like the size of their body, which I don't mean to body shame and say somebody's like, I'm not saying they're unworthy of love, but I mean, if we're having a conversation about aesthetics, everybody does not look aesthetically pleasing at a size 0. I don't think anyone looks aesthetically pleasing at a size 0. I'm going to say it. Nobody looks good when they look like they're starving. I don't believe that. I don't like that. And one of my favorite things, one of my deepest understandings is like women who are starving cannot fight back against oppression. Women who are starving cannot fight back against fascism. Women who are starving cannot fight back against the obstacles that have been put in place that are constricting our freedom and our empowerment and our success and us being seen and us being heard, literally. You want to be as thin as possible? Why? I like being seen. I like being a woman who takes up physical space. I'm so sorry. My freaking eyes. I'm fine. I like being seen. I like being a woman who takes up space. Hold on. So your assignment, how to increase your XCS appeal, is number 1, to figure out what is your style. Not what do other people think and what do other people say and what are the rules that other people have created. But what feels good for you? What feels right for you? What makes you feel sexy? What makes you feel attractive? My ideal body type, where I feel the most self-expressed on a soul level, is probably about a good size 20. Really good, solid size 20. That's my ideal body type currently, and I reserve the right to change it at any time. It doesn't have to be a forever thing, right? That's where I feel my most self-expressed. Instead of seeing your body as a vessel that has to be used in order to convince people to love you or to like you, are you willing to challenge that and instead to see yourself, to see your body as a vessel of creative self-expression? What does your soul look like? My soul has humongous thighs, as I currently do. I would never want to change that. I would never want to leave that. I would never want to move away from that. My soul does have a pretty wide back. I'm super grateful for that because I have humongous breasts. And so having fat on my back means I don't have back problems. I don't have back issues. I am probably in the 99th percentile. Is that right? When you're in the 99th percentile, that means you're like part of the smaller part of the population. I think that that's what that means. I don't really understand that. It doesn't matter. I am probably on the side of larger breasts in the world. Some of the largest breasts in the world, right? My boobs are very large. People who have smaller boobs than mine, oh my God, the back problems that they have. Oh my God, how many times have I had jealous women say to me, oh my God, I can't imagine how that must feel, and blah, blah, blah. I literally feel fine. I literally feel okay. I have very large breasts, but I have back fat, which is, it kind of acts as like counterbalance so I don't fall over all the time. And I have really strong muscular legs and a pretty strong lower back. And so my body is quite literally created to support my humongous breasts. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. I like my body, and I like my body type, and I like my body with thickness, and I like having a stomach. I do not care about the beauty standard. I don't care about what the mass is like. That doesn't have anything to do with me. It's about me on a soul level. It's about what I like. It's about what I enjoy. And so your message, pal number 3, for increasing your XCS appeal is about tapping into that energy for yourself, going on that journey, finding people who have features that look like yours, who love themselves, and being willing to be an individual, being willing to stand out with that North Node in Aries energy, especially in the 11th house, being willing to be different than other people, being willing to be niche, because that's what your XES appeal is. I said this in your reading earlier. I feel like I'm trying to get all of the things back in there, but we're just gonna say fuck it and do the best we can with what we have. What I'm trying to say is that your XES appeal is you standing out. People who are sexy are also unique. People who are sexy are also unique. Think about Beyonce. U-N-I-Q-U-E. U-U-N-I-Q-U-E. What does she say? She says, I'm one of one. I'm the number one. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I keep hitting the mic. She says, I'm one of one. I'm number one. I'm the only one. Don't even waste your time trying to compete with me. No one else in this world can think like me. I'm twisted. Okay? Unique. That's off of the album Renaissance. It's a unique energy. Your XES appeal is that you are one of one. There is nobody else on planet Earth like you. When everybody wants to be the same and everybody wants to look like everyone else, everybody has the same everything. If you put 10 BBLs next to each other in a lineup, and based on the BBL done by the same surgeon, you cannot tell those women apart? Where's the rare energy? Where's the uniqueness? Where's the it factor? You can't have the it factor and blend into the crowd at the same time. That's not what that means. In your past, you were taught, or you interpreted, you internalized, you were somehow led to believe that in order to be liked and accepted, you had to blend into the crowd. But right now, as you're tapping into increasing your XCS appeal, you really have to understand that your desire is to stand out. Your desire is to be one of one. Your desire is to be the only one. That they shouldn't even waste their time trying to compete with you, because no one else in the world can think like you. No one else in the world can express themselves like you. How do you get that? by connecting with and getting tuned in, tapped in, turned on to who you are on a soul level. Your soul is your DNA. Your soul is your fingerprint. Your soul is your perspective. There is only one human being with your soul, with your unique energetic signature on planet Earth. Nobody else. Nobody else has your soul. Nobody else has your energy. Nobody else has your perspective. Nobody else has your DNA. Unless you like have a twin. Do twins share the same DNA? I'm not sure about that. Nobody else has your fingerprint. Do twins? No, twins don't share a fingerprint. Nobody else has your unique. Do twins share? I don't know. I don't care. Nobody else has your unique energy signature. That I know for sure. And so as you're tapping into increasing your XES appeal, you need to move away from, I'm trying to be like everybody else. This is what's popular. This is what everybody else is wearing. This is what everybody else is ordering. And instead, you need to tap into, who am I? How do I feel? How do I want to express myself? I use my nails as a great example. I utilize my nails as an expression of myself. When you look at me and you look at my jewelry and you look at my accessories and you look at my hair and you look at my glasses and you look at my clothes and you look at my, I'm sorry, my eyes are like killing me. And you look at my artwork that I have behind me. Manhattan is my favorite drink. This is an old-fashioned behind me, which is basically the same thing as a fucking Manhattan. I love a Manhattan. I also love the city of Manhattan. And so as you are tuning into the city of Manhattan, the borough of Manhattan, I love the city of New York. When you tune into my show, when you tune into my channel, and you are looking at me, you can understand things about me immediately without having a conversation about me. When you look at my nails and you see the cheetah print, you know something about me. Number one, you know that I like cheetah print. What else do you know about me? You know that I probably have a really fierce personality. When you look at my nails with the cheetah print and you look at the intro video to my channel, not the very beginning one, but the one with the music. Well, that's not in this video, but the one that's usually there, our normal intro, where I'm like opening the closet and I'm doing the shuffling. There's cheetah in there multiple times. There's a cheetah basket that has my cards in it that I got from a friend. And I'm doing like the shuffling and the cheetah card pops out. I didn't do that on purpose. Right? The energy of the cheetah is there throughout. When you look at my logo for the channel, there's faded cheetah print in the background. Cheetah is a significant part of my brand. Cheetah is a significant part of my personality. It's a significant part of my persona. Fast moving, fierce, protective, feline, feminine, and also powerful, and also strong, fierce, sexy. All of that is my brand, but my brand is a reflection of my personality. My brand is a reflection of my soul, a mixture of the feminine and the masculine. I'm a Mars ruled woman. Mars is masculine, but I'm a woman. I'm a Scorpio rising. Scorpio is water, which is feminine, but it's ruled by Mars and Pluto, which is masculine. So I am someone who on a soul level, and in terms of my personality, which those two are the same, I'm masculine, I'm feminine, I'm protective, and I'm also soft. I'm sexy, and I'm sensual, and I'm fierce. Cheetah. So you want to connect with and identify and get clear on who you are and what you like. And then you're going to begin incorporating that into your style and into your energy. Something that I used to say all of the time when I would get my nails done, probably when I was like 18, 19, 20, probably 18, 19, maybe 20, around that time. Whenever I would get my nails done, I have my cheetah print and all of these other things, I would say, I want to look like basically a classy slut. When you look at my nails, you should be thinking, that girl fucks. You know what I mean? That's the vibe. So whenever I'm doing my nails and whenever I'm picking a design and whenever I'm picking colors, you should be thinking, that girl fucks. That's my personality. That's my energy. That's what I want to communicate to the world when they see me. So your personal style and your body type and your body shape, what do you want to communicate to the world when they see you? Do you want to communicate? That girl fucks. And if you, they better not demonetize us because of that. And if you want to communicate that you F-U-C-K, how do you F-U-C-K? And how would you communicate that? You might communicate that with colors like red. You might communicate that with colors like black. If you feel more playful and lighthearted, you might communicate that with colors like yellow or like an orange, right? So you want to play around with that. They're like, you need to play around with creatively expressing yourself, and you need to experiment with what you like and what you desire and what you feel is sexy and what feels right to you. Not what you think should feel right, not what somebody told you should feel right, not what everybody else likes and what everybody else thinks. Because you want to tap into that it factor. I don't know why my shit is like lagging. I don't even know. We don't have time. I don't care. I don't care. If you just have to listen to the fucking audio and the video is off, then we're just going to have to listen to the audio because this shit is blowing my mind and irritating me right now. Okay. To wrap up your reading, you're tapping into your authenticity. You're tapping into what you like genuinely and authentically, what lights you up. And you're experimenting and you're being willing to be different and you're being willing to stand out. And when you embrace who you truly are and you allow yourself to stand out and express that, then that's when you're going to feel the most sexy. It's when you're going to feel the most confident, and it's when you're going to get the most compliments. And they're going to really feed you on a soul level because people are going to be seeing the real you. They're going to be liking the real you. And that's how you feel truly loved. That's how you feel truly appreciated. When everything that you do is a performance and you're not showing up authentically, you can get a million compliments. None of them are going to land and resonate with you on a soul level because it's not who you truly are. So show up, express yourself authentically. There's 7 billion, 8 billion, billions of people on planet Earth. There is at least one person. There is at least 10 people. There is at least a group of people who find you to be beautiful and radiant and amazing and sexy. And the more that you feel sexy, the more you become a vibrational match to those people who find you to be sexy. And then there are the compliments and the love and the adoration, so on and so forth, right? I say all the time, there are probably people in the world who don't think that I'm sexy, but I don't run into them. I don't see them. I don't connect with them. Man after man after man after man after man, and women, not just trying to hit on me, but just telling me that I'm beautiful. More often than not, I'm connecting with people who find me to be beautiful. More often than not, I'm connecting with people who compliment me. Because I like myself and I accept myself. I'm a vibrational match to people who feel the same. Okay, pile number 3. That's all that I got for you. If you want to check out today's featured explicit reading, you can tap into what are men's assumptions about you in bed. And if you want to, you can get the reading and you can choose your pile and set the intention of like, how will men perceive you and what will their assumptions about you be as you practice working on increasing your XES appeal. Okay, click the link in the description box to get instant access to all 3 piles. Thank you so much for being here. I love you lots. Like, share, comment, and subscribe on your way to that. I don't know if I said that already. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.